Hi there, welcome back. So we will carry on with our unit 1, and this time around we'll move on to exercise 1 star. So we are going to move on to here. Right. So exercise 1 star. Alright, so let's start with the easier one first. So question 1, 621. Basically, this will be equivalent to yes 3 times 2 over 3 times 7, which gives you 2 over 7. Okay, and if you remember, we move on to question 6. If you remember what we were supposed to do, alright, it was to multiply this by 10 over 10, which gave you 12 over 32. Why 10 over 10? Just to refresh your memory, because this is a 1, okay, a unit whole of 1, and it doesn't affect your original question. So therefore, we can proceed on to change this into their factors, which is going to be 4 times 3 over 4 times 8, which you can cancel the 4, and this gives you 3 over 8. Alright, so let's move on to decimals. Yep, so this is exercise 1 star. So you see that it's actually harder. You do not actually get a denominator which has clearly either the tenth, the hundreds, or the 1000 as per exercise 1. So in this case, let's go for 5 over 16, alright, for question 7. So over here we have 5 and we have 16. Okay, we have 5 and we have 16. So what should we be doing? Similarly, first up, 0. Alright, and 0 times 16, gives you 0, and this gives you 5. So because 5 is not what we want, we would like to have 0 as the final answer. We move on. So what times 16 gives you a number 50 or below? So you will have 3, which is 48. Of course, this gives you 2, and we proceed on, and this should be 1/16, and you get 4, and you get 0. 2 times 16 gives you 32, which gives you 8 and 0. And lastly, we get 5, which just nice, 80, and you get 0. So just a refresher, you bring the 0 here, 0 here, 0 here. Alright, and last one, 0 all the way down to here. So each time that we do not get the answer 0, we proceed on to the next point. So therefore, for the first decimal in the table for question 7, 0.3125. Alright, so let's move on to question number 10. 0.375, 0.375 can be written as 375 over 1000. Okay, remember from the previous video, I mentioned 375 being the number. Alright, anything after the decimal point, you take it as whole divided by the numbers. Okay, so in this case, we have following the arrows 1, 2, and 3. Okay, numbers behind, so you divide it by 1000. So over here, we'll proceed to simplify the fraction, which basically will be 5. Alright, 5. You have 5 times 5 times 15. Okay, if you want to actually simplify it further, you can. So as the bottom number is 1000, we try to always get the same factors, so it's easy to cancel out later on. So if we have 5, this technically gives us 200, and if you squeeze out another 5, this gives you 40. Okay, so 40 times 5, 200 times 5 gives you 1000. So over here you can cancel out, and we are left with 15 over 40. So obviously in this case, we can still further simplify. This gives you 5 times 3 over 5 times 8, which gives you a final answer of 3 over 8. Alright, so for question 8 and 9, I'll leave it up to you guys to try it on your own. Okay, so let's move on to the mixed number. So in this case, mixed number, we have 13 over 3. Alright, so 13 over 3, we can basically split it up into a few. So 3 over 3, okay, this gives you 10 over 3, which therefore gives you another 3 over 3 plus 7 over 3, which gives you another 3 over 3 plus 4 over 3, which gives you another 3 over 3, and remaining 1 over 3. So you will see that 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 gives you 12, plus 1 gives you 13. So there are 4 wholes. Alright, 4 plus 1/3. So this gives you 4, 1 over 3. Okay, that is your mixed number. Alright, so convert it to your unit whole. So we have number 14, alright, which is 19 over 4. Following the same method of doing, you will get, okay, ignore this. So equals 4 over 4 plus 4 over 4 plus 4 over 4 plus 4 over 4 plus the 3/4. Because 4 plus 4, 8, 8 plus 4, 12, 12 plus 4, 16 plus 3, 19. So in this case, we have 4 wholes, remaining 3/4. This gives you 4, 3 over 4. Okay? So, we have done this from improper fraction to mixed number. And in question 15, we are going to move on to mixed number to improper fraction. Okay, mixed number to improper fraction. So that means just get rid of this working first. Select all. Okay, so let's start with number 15. Okay, you have 4 2/3. So what do you do with this? You will take the 4, being 4 wholes, multiply by the denominator, okay, which is 3. So basically 4 times 3 gives you 12 over 3 plus 2/3. This gives you 14 over 3 as your final answer. Alright, and we move on to 28 over 9. So 20, same thing, times the denominator, which is 9. 20 times 9 gives you 180 plus 8 over 9. So this gives you 188 over 9. Oh, I'm sorry, this should be 9. Yep. So 180 over 9. Okay, great. So let's do 19 and 20. Alright, so for 19, Elliot scored 65 out of 80 in the maths test. Write this as a fraction in its simplest form. So in its simplest form, you have 65, which is the marks, divided by 80, which is what is the maximum you can get. So given the same way of how you will do the previous questions, you proceed on to put it into the simplest factors. So in this case, let's go with 5 times 15. Okay, 5 times 15. 5 times 15. No, not 5, sorry. 5 times 13. Over, alright, over 5. If you to get it out 5, then this is 16. So you have 13 over 16 as the fraction. Alright, 13 over 16 as the fraction. So for number question 20. So Randall cycles 42 kilometers and an average speed of 18 kilometers per hour. Find the time taken. Giving your answer as a fraction of an hour in its simplest form. So you would like to have an hour in its simplest form. So in this case, you will need a outside formula. Okay, probably you learn this as physics, where you will need to figure out what is the formula for time taken given speed. So speed is distance divided by time taken. Okay, so in this case, we know that the time taken is, no, we are supposed to find the time taken. So we know that the speed is 18 kilometers an hour, distance is 42 kilometers, and time is what we would like to find. So therefore, if we were to shift time to the left hand side, oops, we will be able to find out the time. So how to go about doing this? This is basically cross multiplication. If we'll put 18 divided by 1, this is the same as 18. So we are going to be doing a cross multiplication. So step by step, 18. Okay, I'm going to put the brackets to make it easier to see. 42 and 1. So what did I just do here? On the left hand side, okay, I took 18 multiplied by time equals to 42 multiplied by 1. Obviously, in this case, time should be a number, but we are just making it as a variable for now. Alright, this is called cross multiplication. And if we move it again to the other side, making time as the subject of formula, we will get time equals to 42, because 42 times 1 gives you 1, divided by 18. Okay, divided by 18. Alright, we are basically taking this side divided by 18. This side we are dividing by 18. Okay, this is what we are doing on both sides. So therefore, we can simplify this to give you 42 over 18. We will break it down into the factors, which gives you 3 times 12. No, sorry, it's not 3 times 12. Oops. Alright, 3 times 14. Okay, over 3 times 6. This, you can cancel the 3, which you can proceed to change this to 2 times 7 over 2 times 3 equals 7 over 3. Okay, this will be in terms of its fraction. Okay, in its simplest form. So of course, you can convert this to mixed number to give you 2, 1 over 3 hour. Alright, so this is basically your exercise 1 star. Okay, 1 star. So just to take note of, for question 20, in this case, we did not really pay attention to the units because the units are the same. What do I mean? In this case, he cycled 42 kilometers, alright, at an average speed of 18 kilometers per hour. So in this case, both units are in kilometers. So we did not have to go through the extra step to try to convert this from meters to kilometers, or we did not have to convert this from minutes to hours, or vice versa. So I believe in future questions that should come out, because there's a test of your ability to change these units around and test of your math skills as well. Alright, so this is exercise 1 star. Okay, if you're not sure of any questions that I went through, please go look through the videos again. Alright, if you still have any questions which I did not touch on for the questions, do let me know in the comments below, and I will do and answer your questions accordingly. Alright, in the next video, we will move on to the next part of this number series.